YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in Total War Attila on the Sassanid campaign. And when we last were here, we were dealing with the Afrigids, which we beat down pretty nicely as they were fortified out here in the desert. They're probably going to continue to move and suffer desert attrition and only get weaker. I have my army encamped so that we can overcome the desert attrition and do some retraining. Because the encampment helps you with that. Kind of a cool feature, honestly. And then the Sassanids, at least, I don't know if it's all factions, but have the ability as your army gains experience, you can use that experience to unlock abilities that make them immune to desert attrition, which is pretty neat. We've got the East Romans, of course, encircled at Trapezus. I was trying to beat my my client state, or my puppet state there. I keep saying client state. And eventually we're going to go for Caesarea Eusebia. Swabia, however it's said, I don't know. It looks like the Sassanid's being harassed also by my client states, or puppet states. Jeez, I'm never going to quit saying that. Puppet states at Alexandria as well. So all these puppet states definitely come in handy. Let's go into diplomacy. I meant to be looking to see if there's any trade agreements that I could have that I don't. And it looks like I did take peace with the Sassanids. I wonder if we could open trade with them. And maybe try and calm them down towards us. Let's see. It doesn't look like they're very interested in the trade agreement, which is interesting because I'm offering all kinds of stuff that they probably need, but it's probably because they hate me. So let's, we'll just leave the Sassanids alone. Not too worried. And that's the only other faction that I can trade with at the moment. So we're not missing anything from a trade standpoint. Let's take a look at our map, just kind of see how we're doing. Faction ownership, of course, these are my these are my provinces here, and then a lot of these others are held by puppet states. You can see those in the blue, so anything in the blue is going to be either my ally or puppet state. So we've got a lot of allies, and these Afrigids are going to get beat down badly. And I probably won't waste a lot of effort going up into Scythia. I don't see that land being worth a lot. We'll probably just try and get these guys subjugated and stay away from that land. Same thing here with Sarmatia Asiatica. But I do want to capture Cappadocia and maybe some other spots in Asia Minor. That'd be kind of a Persian reconquering there that we'd be going for. And it looks like Caucasia here, we may need to help out some of our puppet states as well. I've got another army moving up. I might just go straight for this city here. So let's see if they've got their movement points. They do. Let's just get an attack readied up here. Don't have a ton of units in this army. We could probably bring in a few mercs when we get over here and see if they can help us out. We'll get the job done. Not too worried about it at the moment. Just want to get that province captured. And I do have another army that's just kind of sitting back here, not doing anything right now. We can go ahead and spend some money kind of getting them rebuilt and upgraded. We can get Dalamite warriors here, which are going to be a much sturdier backbone to an army, so that's going to be great.
It's a great and glorious thing to fight for our
Persian skirmishers, I don't really know that I need them. Might take an extra bow unit, though. That'll leave me with 18 out of 20, so that'll be fine, and we'll pick up a couple more units along the way. Research-wise, looks like we finished there. So we can actually build, if we get to here, the Azdan compound, which would help us get elephants. It's going to take a long time to get there, though. Long time indeed. We might try and go ahead and open up this town and large city so that we can do those upgrades, and then we'll work towards maybe elephants or something like that. Excuse me. Food is doing extremely well right now. We basically have all that we need to in order to continue upgrading different buildings, which is great. And we'll just kind of keep working down that road, because we got to build my income from buildings way up in order to hit even the minor victory. We got to get up to 30,000, and right now it's only like 12 or 13,000 from buildings. And it looks like the East Romans actually successfully, finally pushing back my puppet state's navy, and they're going to attack them again and actually defeat them there. So East Romans finally not getting their butt handed to them. And it looks like they've landed a priest up here. Definitely need to see if I can get a hold of a spy and try and get that priest out of here. Or diplomat, whatever it is. Could be a diplomat. I think it's a diplomat, maybe. I don't want them spreading their cultural influence or anything else like that, so even though it's not my province, probably like to make sure that they don't try anything funny. Okay, yep. Africa's running back to their own territory. That's to be expected. In fact, let's get ready to plan our next move against them. I'd like to get out of the desert here and quit suffering this attrition. Let's go into no stance here. There's a little bit of attrition zone left until we get back over here. These guys are no longer protecting their capital the way they should be either. Let's just get out of the dang desert. Get back on the road. Of course, my guys walk through the desert as much as possible there, and we'll just get replenished and everything. Get ready to fight these guys off again. We should be fine. No huge concern from those troops. And so we ended our turn. We should be able to attack Trapezis. Supposedly these guys are within reinforcement range. Last time they didn't join me, and it looks like the East Romans have taken what forces they did have here and fled. And I am being reinforced by my team. Let's try these Savaran cavalry. I know that this is not a particularly large fight. This will be fun to use this crossbow cav. Crossbows do immense armor-piercing damage, so they have shorter range, but do some awesome armor-piercing damage, which kind of makes sense. I'm guessing that was kind of the point of the crossbow. Let's see. Plus, I guess you could leave it loaded. You didn't have to pull it back or keep it pulled back. It's a great way to just get a bolt cocked, and you can just pull the trigger and fire when you're ready. So let's start deployment. See what kind of town we're up against here. Okay, first time I've attacked this particular layout for the town. So all these small towns, they're a little bit easier to defend in Attila than they were in Rome 2, which is probably fine. In Rome 2, some of them were a little too easy to rip apart. And it looks like there is a thoroughfare here and here that we can get to without any towers bombarding us. But if we come straight up the center here, let's get these mercenary Persian scouts. They're just really going to be good for capturing. Let's get our crossbow cab over here. Oh, look. Oh no, I thought I saw like a glitch on the map. I've seen a few of them in the preview build. Fortunately, I'm glad that's not what that was. It caught my eye funny, and I was like, oh no. Maybe one of those map glitches, but there wasn't one. I'm going to put these Persian Brigade up here to cop some fire for my men. I don't have any melee cav, and I wish I did. Having melee cav to support your shot cav is a far more effective combination. I guess I have my general. He can help me out. Okay, let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm going to put these guys in a group so I can move them up. Scout equite is not a big concern. Let's bring up our crossbow cav and see if we can maul the scout equites.
Not a moment too soon.
Apparently my announcer guy's pretty happy that we're getting reinforced by our allies, which I don't really know that we need their help, but whatever. Yep, so there's my ally. Their troops are going to be very similar to my own. Looks like they're all Persian in nature. Whoa, getting charged here. Romans apparently want to come out of the city and die that way. So I'm going to pull all my archers back. Let my Persian brigade intercept. Let's bring these crossbow cav into the town to do some harassment.
The enemy is attacking our general.
I'm going to attack these scout equites, and they get ready to hammer and anvil some Roman infantry. So the scout equites are on the run from my general. Let's bring up these Armenian spears. Let's pull our general back out of combat just to be safe. Spartan cataphract here, and one here. So this little bit of interruption in my charge there with the one unit, and the unit broke before I ever got there, and Spartan cataphracts are going to destroy this cohorts. Okay. Let's Let's get my cataphracts pulled out of here. Scout equites are going to come back.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat.
Let's give them a flaming volley. Let's bring up our Svarn Cav behind the Romans here. The Romans are going to land some Marines over here as well. Flaming volley going to destroy the scout equites. And all my Armenian spears. Take those guys off fire. Well, I don't want them to kill themselves. That's just my Persian brigade that probably got killed by friendly fire, I think. And we're going to rear charge these Comita Tenses spears. And they are going to be quite dead as a result. My Armenian spears were already doing fairly good versus them. Let's use the Armenian spears to shore up the capture point. Let's bring our crossbow cav out to harass these Marines that just came ashore. Just have some fun with them. Okay. Gonna get the crossbow cav out here. I wonder if they have... Yeah, they have Parthian shot. The crossbows do. Man, that could actually make them really handy as skirmisher cav. All that armor-piercing damage with Parthian shot, so Svarn cavalry is going to be a very handy unit indeed. In multiplayer and in campaign, to be honest. So let's watch the damage done here by crossbows. Holy moly. That was pretty effective. I'm not even on like heavy shot or anything. They're going to throw a volley of javelins at my horses. That's okay. I'm going to see if I can get another shot off. Well, actually, I can retreat because I've got Parthian shot. I guess maybe it's easy to fire a crossbow when pointed backwards because you don't have to draw it. So maybe that's why they added Parthian shot here. These Roman light marines are just going to get shredded. Might bring up some of my cataphracts just for fun here as well. Don't want to let my crossbow cav have all the fun, man. I'm going to keep these guys around. These are going to be some handy units. Going to be worth the upkeep cost in my mind. Reload, as you can see, is a little longer on crossbow cav. Turn off fire at will. Charge the death out of these light marines who routed and got shot in the back. Alright, so easy victory there as expected, but just kind of wanted to give those crossbow cav a try, and I'm definitely enjoying them. It's a sweet unit. Yeah, see the mace, he's using it like a sword. That's kind of annoying. I really wish they would just fix that. Go do a little motion capture and fix it. Some of those little things like that. Not going to break the game for me. Some of you may be mad about it, but I mean, I am mad about it. Not game breaking for me, but it is frustrating. Just seems lazy. Just fix it. So we're going to attack this city as well. They don't have much in terms of defenses, but let's maintain the siege, and then we're going to... Let's see, the only thing we can get is more Svarn cataphracts or Svarn cav. There's no other units available to me, and I don't know that I need either one of those because these guys have no real defense here. So we'll just siege them a little bit, get things in check here. Looks like we can upgrade all these cav. It's probably like a speed upgrade or something because of a building here. Yep. Increased battle speed. So that's sweet. It gave some nice extra speed to my cataphracts, which is cool because that's usually one of the drawbacks. I hear little Heir in the other room absolutely going crazy. So he must be having a good time, is what it sounds like to me at least. Alright. Got an unassigned skill, so this guy has picked up skill. Let's give him the public order thing and end the turn. Man, my food is skyrocketing. That's fine, though. We need to start really fleshing out all of our building trees and not caring whether or not it uses food at this point, so that'll be perfect. See if we can fire up the income. The biggest concern I have is that most of the industrial buildings are going to add squalor as well, and I'm going to need to counter that with some sanitation. But we'll balance it all up. If I end up needing to remove a few agricultural buildings and replace them with some sanitation buildings, it's not a big deal because obviously we have plenty of food. wonder what the West Romans are doing there. Yeah, little Heir's playing in the other room, and I can hear him screaming around. Yeah, it looks like my puppet state there is trying really hard to... let's see.
Do not offend the gods, I beg you.
We'll go ahead and accept. Give me some extra money. They've been pretty true to their word so far. Looks like Cath is getting attacked. That's good. Hostile agent activity. He's aligned to the Eastern Romans. Target is Xerxes' vengeance. Let's see. Outcome. Critical success. Their agent, tenacious and frustrating, has accomplished his mission. Well, what was his mission? What did he accomplish here would be my question. Misdirect army. I mean, it's not like I lost any movement points or anything else. Let's see. Campaign movement range, minus 50%. Oh, okay, well that's really not a big deal. It's not going to keep me from destructing this this city here. In fact, we should probably just go ahead and auto-resolve this one. Actually, I can't attack it yet. Options unavailable. I need some siege equipment first. We'll wait and then do it.
Laying siege to the settlement. Ready for order.
Peasants, yeah, we're probably going to have a rebellion in this province as well, because of all the stuff that's going on. We need to trash that bathhouse. We can build our own version of it. And I don't want to do anything that's going to make the public order worse, because it's already quite bad. But we'll put down any rebellion here pretty easily. They'll probably try and rebel over here away from my armies, but it's fine. We can put them down. Not overly concerned about it. Okay, so we have a ton of money in our coffers at this point, and let's see if there's any of it we can spend for something worthwhile. Let's go ahead and drop some sanitation structure into this province, and because of that we should be able to upgrade these stables as well. We've got our grape press here, which is adding squalor to the region, region's struggling a little bit with squalor, so I'm going to hold off on upgrading the grape press or anything else. Public order is helping to be stabilized by this in the city centers, but we do have negative sanitation here, so it's making a small chance of outbreak of disease, so we'll want to take care of that, even though it's a small chance. If this is green, it means your total sanitation is greater than the total squalor, which is obviously a good thing. So, and we can afford some squalor here, so let's go ahead and pump out that dye works. And here we can afford a little extra squalor as well. The gold mine adds some. We get some nice wealth from industry here. Let's go ahead and hit the gold mine. I don't want to overdo it here. We can get the workshops. So this one gives us a ton of wealth from commerce and industry. Let's do that. Get the adobe dryer. Okay, that'll be good for now. Militia encampment, Persian camel raiders. So we can get Sogdian warriors, all that other kind of stuff. That's cool. No reason not to build that right now either. We have plenty of food. And then we've got our stuff that's going to be taking place here. So spent just about everything we can spend. Has this army... Okay, let's move out here onto the road. Cath is under siege from Parthia, which I believe is one of my puppet states. They are. So we can confirm that down here. Parthia, puppet state. So good. Parthia pulling their weight there. That's good. They can handle that, and glad to let them take care of it. So I think we are set here. Got some unassigned skills. So this guy is a general. Construction cost, and if he's a governor, campaign movement range. Let's start there. And this guy is a governor. This one lowers construction cost at let's do that, and then we get some morale as well for trained units. So we'll just kind of spread that out into different things that might be more effective for the governor to have. Again, it's probably a small deal overall, but So our food surplus right now is driving a +1 replenishment and +6 growth. That's pretty sweet. Major diplomatic penalty with most factions. Power balanced. Okay, so it's helping drive loyalty. Zoroastrian +1 growth. That's cool. Puppet state levies, sanitation. I like how they added all that up there. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn. No sight of the Huns yet. Whoa, there's the East Romans. They're ready to get in a fight. I'm ready to take that fight. I said I was. Wow, we've got a pretty seriously sizable East Roman force against us. This is going to be fun. If I get killed, whatever. It'll be the first time I got killed. They got a ton of skirmishers, so we're going to have to effectively get rid of their skirmishers. We can probably use our general for that. Yeah, just a lot of skirmishers. It's going to be our main concern there. So let's go ahead and fight. If we die, we die. Die in glory, men. Die in glory. Nice to see the Eastern Romans decide they might actually want to fight for their lands. But if they do kill me, I'll be back. And next time in greater numbers. Oh man, here we go. And they picked horrible weather, so I'm not going to be able to see squat. My Armenian spears are going to have to hold. It's going to be very important for them. Let's use these archers to bait enemy cav forward. And let's use our horse archers again to try and harass. And then let's split our general with one of our Svaran cataphracts. There we go. And we're going to be getting surrounded, I think, actually. There may be Romans coming in right behind us. Let's wait just a second. Okay, those guys are coming from the other side. Here we go. I see him. Ha! Check it out, people. Heir remembered to look at the mini-map. You impressed? Or just surprised? I'm going to switch over to Flaming Shot and turn off Fire at Will. Hopefully we can kill these scout equites right away. I want to kill the units that are coming in behind us, and then we can focus elsewhere. Gonna need to minimize my casualties, obviously. So these scout equites are giving me a very easy chance to destroy them here. So let's just mob them. And let's move up and get their infantry with some cataphracts. The enemy could be coming up behind me. I really need to keep an eye on the minimap. I know I always say that, but I really need to. Scout equites are getting mauled and destroyed. Okay. Let's get our cataphracts behind the Romans. We're going to want to knock them out. Again, want to limit them to minimal effective damage. Okay, these Romans are about to get it. Their scout equites are going to try and charge me. I'm just going to ignore them and smash their infantry. It's more important that I smash this infantry. And the Romans are already losing some of their infantry in this fight. Let's actually just keep these horse archers at a safe distance. And let's attack the scout equites there. Cycle charge these units. Let's go ahead and do some scouting this direction. Again, gonna have to keep an eye on the minimap, actually, for real. Like I mean it this time, Mom. Okay. We're gonna crush the Roman cohorts here. Cycle charges, so all these units are gone. Let's pull these units over here. Svaran cataphracts line up for another rear charge. So we took very minimal losses. Again, we're not going to be able to see good because of the fog. And we're going to shatter this other Comita Tensei spears. So that worked out nice. So again, we'll just use our horse archers to go do some scouting. And there we go. We've got line of sight. We're going to have to watch out though because they have a lot of bows. So let's just kind of keep our distance and just be smart with our scout cav. Okay, minimized losses there. We did take some, but you know, managed to take out the Roman units in a much more efficient manner than they were able to do anything to me. Very few losses to any of my cataphracts, and we're going to have plenty of time to rest. So now we're repositioned. Our cavalry is scouting out the enemy. Palatina guards, cohorts, limitini, however you say that, so again, cohorts. So not very strong units. I am worried about their skirmishers. They have a pike unit, which is not particularly scary to me either. As long as we don't get our cav engaged with it, we should be good. Let's pull our scout cav kind of over here to the side and try and get them around behind the enemy. These guys can be useful at tying down enemy skirmishers in melee. Long enough for maybe my heavier cav to get them. So again, just want to rest all my units a lot. And we'll probably... terrain's not a big deal here. Kind of a bowl down here, but I don't want to run forward and get my men tired right before combat. I don't think we'd have time to rest, so...
We await your orders!
Man, I wish I had some of those Svaran crossbow cav right now. Those guys would be fantastic. Well, these guys are pretty well rested. Let's go ahead and move up some, because they'll have time to rest yet again. Okay. And let's just see if we can get in behind the Romans here. They're just advancing nice and slow. Just kind of start to move around their flank there. Only real cavalry around for the Romans is the Scout Equites, so that's not a huge concern. So again, cavalry-wise, I have them massively outmatched. But my Svaran cataphracts are going to have to do a large deal of damage to have any big impact here. I'd kind of rather the Romans charge my infantry, because I don't want their javelins being used effectively against my... I don't want their javelins being used effectively against my... Okay, so I see a Roman general up here. Let's go harass him. Switch to heavy shot. We're going to have to watch out for, again, their units here. Okay, Scout Equite is advancing. That's good. Maybe they'll give me a chance to kill them ahead of time. Enemy javelin throwers aren't reacting. Okay, Scout Equite is going to come in here and get themselves killed. Let's let them do that.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Okay, so the Scout Equites are going to get themselves killed. We're going to be able to heavy shot the Roman general here pretty effectively. We'll have to keep an eye on that situation. Sorry you can't see much. It is very foggy. Okay, Scout Cav took off running. Oh crap, we got charged over here. Don't want to retreat though, because it's just going to give them more kills. So let's just stand our ground and bring some spears in. We're going to kill this Roman general. Okay. Okay, their Scout Equites are going to get wasted back here. Archers on fire at will. Let's hit them with some precision shot. We're getting flanked. I'm going to go into slow motion for just a second just to make sure I got a few things in order. To be like, Heir, quit being a wuss. Yeah, I know. Sorry, folks. Okay, I'm going to push up on this Palatina guards and shower them with heavy shot. They're actually going to turn to face me now, so I'll have to keep an eye on them. Okay. Roman Scout Equite is fleeing back. Let's pull forward here. Scout Equite is dying up front. This is not good here. We've got Scout Equites killing some of my guys. My general taking fire. Pull back. Let's target these slingers. Kind of fill in the gaps here. We got Roman pikes coming at us. Not particularly concerned about anything the pikes are going to do to me. Okay. Okay. Pull the spears back. don't want to just hastily get my cavalry defeated, or get my cav killed. That's going to be the key to winning here, because my cav's going to have to get their skirmishers. The Roman general here is being slowly but surely picked apart. I'm just going to switch to standard shot and let these guys have it, because the reload's taking too long for heavy shot. Okay. Still got some scout equites out here. Let's go after them with my general, because he's an actual... I can now pull up and hold the line here, start getting moved around. This is going to be a tough fight. Let's just keep the pressure on that Roman general. We're going to have to get around here and get after their skirmishers. Okay, they're wanting to chase my cav with their spears already. Let's pull back. Roman general's almost dead. Let's get my general out here and take out their skirmishers. I've got to run rear charges and get rid of the Roman infantry post-haste. Come on, if we can kill this Roman general, it's going to definitely lay waste to some of their morale. Just start cycling my cataphracts in and out of combat here. Have to charge the scout equites. Okay, the general's dead, so now I'm less concerned. So let's just use our horse archers to get into melee with some of their skirmishers so that they can't shoot my cataphracts. Getting a great charge in those cohorts there. Let's chase off some of these skirmishers that are no doubt shooting my cataphracts. And let's just use my horse archers to disrupt here while we rear charge. Perfect. Got a nice disruption going on over here. And now we can pull out and charge those cohorts. Get my archers killed because I'm not paying attention. Let's go finish off all these skirmishers while my horse archers haven't pinned, because my infantry's still there. It's not brilliant, but it's still there. Just routed that cohort. Quick rear charge. We'll keep 2 cataphracts working rear charges. And then support out here, the horse archers. So yeah, we're getting all their skirmishers. Yeah, we're getting a major morale blow against the Romans right now. Let's take my archers off fire at will because I don't want them to kill my own cataphracts, which is quite possible in the current scenario. Horse archers catching and routing these guys. This is going to be a huge victory over what was actually quite a superior East Roman force. Gotta get away from these pikemen. Don't want to screw with those guys with my cav. Let's get into the back of these guys. We'll shatter the pikemen momentarily. Let's get these bowmen back to safety. Keep moving. Get my general back over. We gotta charge out these Palatina guards. Okay, let's get my horse archers out of here, get into those guys, charge down the Roman general. Let's go charge these pikes from behind. I've got them fixed from one direction. And then we just need to get rid of this last little pocket of infantry. Actually, let's just ignore the pikes and shoot them with our bows. We'll go into standard shot. Get around and get into the back of this melee. There we go. Rest of the Roman units shattering. Huge victory. AI didn't do brilliantly, but that was a fun fight. I enjoyed that. So able to hold the Romans back, defeat them. I mean, they took 4-1 losses there, so that was really fantastic for me. Armenian spears, just really happy with in campaign at least, with the way that they're able to hold out while your cataphracts come give the killing touches there. I really wish that I had gotten some Persian mounted warriors trained to support my cataphracts, because then I could deal with scout equites and maybe even some scout cav would be good. My horse archers did a great job there helping to rout enemy skirmishers. We're going to take on warriors since we took so many losses. That way if they attack me again, we can have a little more men, and we can bring my other army in to reinforce, but there's definitely going to be... Oh, we actually took their city because their garrison was completely destroyed. So that's good. Now we can actually defend in the city, and so the East Romans taking a massive loss there. That's actually going to be all that I have time for in this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.